Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Sofa Stories. We are doing another episode of Meet the Team, and today we are with Tak, and he's going to tell us a little bit more about himself, and we're going to get to know Tak a little bit better. So Tak, who are you? How long have you been here, and what do you do?
Well, who am I? That is a question. My name is Tak. I'm in the projects team. I have been in the projects team for coming up to sort of 6-7 months now, but I've been in the business for 2 years.
Yeah.
I did engagement when I started. I was there for about 6 months, switched to scheduling for a couple of months afterwards, where I was just helping with the scheduling team for a little bit. They just needed a bit of cover, and then I've moved on into projects now. So my job is basically assessing everything. So when the pictures have been sent in, looking at applications, looking at seeing if the install's actually feasible, how would we do it, calculate costs, finalize charges, that sort of stuff, the nitty-gritty of it.
Awesome.
Much, yeah.
That's what we like to hear. If you could describe your job in 3 words, what would they be?
Challenging.
Nice.
Challenging. It's always a bit of a challenge. Challenging. Oh, God.
Challenging times 3.
Challenging is like the main one, to be honest. But it's not. I mean, it's non-monotonous. I'll put it that way. You don't get the same thing every single day.
Yeah.
You get the same types of properties, but it's never the same house
every
day. So there is quite constantly changing. And I'd say it's intriguing as well. I find out quite a lot about especially electrics, breakers, that I'm not a private electrician. I basically had to half become one whilst I've been in this job. So I found out a lot about how electrics works, sort of regulations, DNOs. I worked in the energy industry before, so I had a bit of that side of knowledge, but I never got to the customer side of things. So yeah, intriguing, challenging, and consistent. Yeah, there we go. That's
awesome. Good. Those are good 3 words. Okay, here we go. What is your favourite thing about working at ChargedEV?
It's the vibe. Office vibe. Always good. Everyone kind of knows what they need to do. We kind of just want to try and get on with the job as fast as we can. Everyone's just really open and really friendly. It's one of the friendliest places I've worked at. Yeah. To be honest, you don't get to work at much offices. Everyone's always...
I would say Hayley was saying something similar on her podcast that we did as well.
But you don't. It's a lot more vibrant here than it has been at other places that I've worked at. I've definitely enjoyed it a lot more as well. Benefits are good. Tech scheme, gym scheme, go to the gym.
So many schemes.
Health scheme, dental scheme, car scheme, charger scheme.
Is scheming up.
We are scheme heavy, I'll tell you that now. They're plotting, they're cooking in the background. It's most of the vibe, the energy that's here. People are really friendly, super welcoming. And I think because of the niche of the industry that we're in, quite progressive in terms of what we do as a business, and very forward thinking as well. It's not about what we're doing now and how things were done in the past. We sort of can tell there's an understanding of where we're going into when it comes to the business and sort of where in the world that we're going to be going and how we're sort of trying to lead it as a business. And I like the direction that we've got in there as well. So
awesome.
Vibe and direction.
That is a great answer. Honestly, the more we get into these podcasts, the better we get.
That's always good.
Here we go. Next question. I do like this one. What's something that you're good at?
I will always find a way to dumb something down if it needs to. I think my best talent is cutting through jargon a lot, especially when you're talking about the stuff we do in projects. You're talking about MCBs, RCBOs, fuse ratings, all that sort of stuff. No one needs to know all of that. 90% of the time, most of the time I can just dumb it down. Well, not really dumb it down, just make it simpler. You don't need to know about the nitty gritty. Can I put a charger on my house? Yes or no? That's pretty much what it boils down to at the end of the day. And I'll try and make it as quite simple. So I'll add a talent of mine is I like streamlining things, making things as easy as I can, making things as easy for the customer. You don't want to be speaking to someone on the phone about the same thing 4, 5, 6, 7 times throughout a whole process, so we can just get it done on one call.
Of course. And following up with that question, the next one is, what's something you'd like to improve on, and how would you go about doing so?
Something I'd like to improve on is definitely sort of knowing my limits to what can and can't be done. That's something I need to sort of figure out. It's a case of I know what I want to do for someone, whether I can do it or not.
Yeah.
And it ends up over promising, and then we just end up in a horrible situation down the line. So that's sort of the main thing I need to stop doing.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, definitely. Right. God, my eyesight is definitely getting worse. Okay, the next question is, if you could switch roles with anybody at work, who would it be and why?
Anybody at work. Adam. I'll switch with Adam just to see what it's like behind the scenes in Home Charge, because everything I've done in Home Charge has been front desk, front of office, but it'd be nice to see sort of the work that goes on behind it, how things get planned, how things get managed, that sort of stuff. It's just so... I mean, it depends. How long are we swapping for? We're swapping for like...
For a day. For a day.
Okay, yeah, now I'll swap with Adam for a day, just so I can see what's going on in the background. So then when I get back to my normal position, I know what I need to do to keep myself in the good books.
Yeah, honestly, that is a really good answer, to be fair.
That's what I do, yeah.
Over like the course of the podcast, it was quite interesting finding out like what people or who people want to swap with for a day. And the next question, following up from that as well, is if you could switch lives with anybody at all, dead or alive.
Lewis Hamilton, straight up. No question. Driving the world's fastest cars for a living, getting paid to get flown out to Miami for a living. I'm there all day.
Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, that's it. Or Dave Chappelle. Him or Lewis Hamilton. I'll either be really, really funny, but
really
short,
fast,
or really, really short and fast. That's about it. I'll either be tall and funny or short and fast, and I'm already short, and I'm neither fast or funny, so I need something to balance it out, please.
Yeah. No, that was a good one. And then for the final question, it is: do you have a dream? What is your dream, and how do you see yourself achieving that dream?
So, I actually do have a dream. So outside of the business, I do music production. That's what I did at university. I play guitar. Recently bought myself an 8-string. So the dream is to be able to do that and be able to pay bills.
Yeah, no, of course.
Ideally. I have redone my studio setup, redone all my soundproofing. I've rewired everything for like the 4th time in the last year. All my software is now downloaded legally, and I've made sure that I'm pretty much ready to go. Work fits into that quite easily because it's an 8 to 5 or 7:30 to 4:30. I'm home by 6, so I've got a couple hours to practice. My girlfriend, shout out to Vic, is very supportive of me playing the guitar because I play it loud to 7. It's an 8-string. You can't play it quiet, so it's got to be loud all the time. But yeah, that's the dream. Or to get into some form of music production at some point and just do that every now and again. I have no reservations over what music I like to produce. I pretty much do everything except jazz. Musician's fault. Not anything else. The music's great. I've had run-ins with jazz musicians, that's all I'll say. I'll put it that way. But yeah.
Scary jazz musicians.
Very scary jazz musicians.
But no, that's wicked. It's really cool finding out what everybody's dreams are and aspirations are. Like, there's been some good ones, especially from Hayley. Hayley had a really good one. She wants to be a painter.
Oh, wow.
Or an artist.
She's good at
I was not expecting that either.
Her drawings are pretty good, to be honest. She could probably do it, yeah.
I was going to say, so it's been good so far. This meet the team so far has been great. And
that's always good.
Like, we hope you guys are enjoying the podcast too. But yeah, Tak, thanks for coming on. I appreciate
thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Being a great guest.
Thank you very much for watching.
Yeah. I was going to say, the next episode will be... We've now got into a bit of a rhythm. All the episodes are dropping on Fridays at around 4:30 on our YouTube.
Oh, 4:30.
So we're pretty much solid in. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And we will see you in the next episode of Sofa Stories.
Sofa Stories.